wish the Chief Justice was present to hear our rebuttal, but nonetheless, I believe the message will reach her. The starting point, Ndong, is this. Unless and until the educators of lawyers, the regulators, and those who admit advocates listen and see the propriety of us improving, then the future of the legal profession is doomed. And I say this informally because I've seen some measure of circumspection on the part of the lecturers, which is good. But the regulators and those who admit advocates are deliberate. In their premise, there is no problem. But you see, friends, Kenyans, it is imperative that we interrogate where the problem is, because if we don't interrogate where the problem is, we'll not make progress. And this is the starting point. I believe my invitation to this conference was prompted by the tweet I made the other day. I quipped, we are admitting 920 advocates every month. So I was made to understand that's an average of 8,000 advocates. Is there a commensurate increase in the number of doctors, engineers, accountants, actuarial scientists? And nobody sought to interrogate that question. And what they did during the admission was to say that nothing will stand on our way by doing what is required of us to ensure that these 920 advocates join the profession. And therein lies the problem. And sorry, because some of us are paid and praised to speak the truth and not to pacify. The pacifiers have done their part. Ours is to tell you the hard truth. Because you as a parent, you as a student studying law, what is your expectation? When you're getting admitted, you're being admitted as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Let's not make any mistake about it. An advocate of the High Court of Kenya is just an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. He's a litigator. And then we will be told that there is need for us to diversify, improve the curriculum so that we deal with emergent issues. That's a false construct. For some of us who are taught jurisprudence by Professor Kivuta Kibwana, we were taught that you cannot be made to understand the entire law. You can only be taught to know where to find the law speedily and how to apply it. Look, for instance, my classmate, Pauline, good to see you, has talked about the sovereign debt, money laundering, cybercrime, and PPP. Honestly, you can't teach these things in law school. It's an illusion. Because what you need are the basic requirements of a good lawyer. For you to find out by yourself where the law, insofar as these germane issues are concerned, is found, and to apply it. And for as long as we do not have that culture in the training of lawyers, we'll not get it right. And let us make it clear. We are not averse to the increase in the number of advocates. We need as many advocates as possible. But we need to ask ourselves certain questions. If you go to the state of Israel, every able-bodied male and female of sound mind will know how to use a Jericho pistol, will know how to use an automatic Uzi rifle, will have basic training in all weapons, because that is what is required of them. So, do you want to make the law degree a basic entry requirement for every male and female adult Kenyan of sound mind? There is no problem. If you want it to be synonymous with a driving license, then so be it. But if our intention is to create entrepreneurship as the end goal of training an advocate, then we must interrogate the key issues. To that extent, therefore, Ndong, to close on this issue, the philosophy that informs the training of lawyers in Kenya is deficient. And those who are in charge of it have an imperative to listen. Otherwise, if you don't want to listen, we'll continue stagnating in this state, which is not conducive. There's no entrepreneurship in the end product of the trained lawyers.